welcome to your upper body hold Tabata. I love this workout and I'm confident that you will too. You need to have your light set of dumbbells, a medium set of dumbbells, and if you have one, grab a heavy weight as well because we are going to introduce it or at least have it available if and when you want it. I want legs nice and wide. We're going to alternate which arm is reaching, hand on your hip, and as if you are gliding your hand on a slide, I want you to reach it all the way up and then replace it with the other one. So we're preparing our abs to turn on, stretching out any potential tight obliques, getting the shoulders and triceps stretched out too. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now give me overhead step outs. We'll be replacing the foot that's in the middle with the other foot and just stepping side to side. So arms up overhead. So when legs are wide, hands are up and step. Palms are facing me, mine are facing you. Bringing fingertips together at the top. So we're starting with light weights today and then working our way up to the heavier weights. You'll essentially be doing 4 minutes total of each exercise throughout the entire workout. So we are doing this Tabata style. That means 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. But on this rest, I'm not letting you rest. We're actually holding. And we'll go through it, 3 exercises, and then repeat it one more time before we move on to the next set. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your light weights. And I want lateral raises out to the side, 45 degrees, and forward. Avoiding letting the weights touch your thighs. Side, 45, and forward. And on the buzzer, I want it up here overhead, but notice that we aren't all the way overhead. We're at an angle. Keeping tension on your shoulder muscles. And here we go, we're going lateral to the side, 45, and forward. To the side, 45 degrees, and forward. And up in your holding position. You want to check that butt isn't flared out right now. Spine is nice and neutral. Good job, ladies. To the side, 45, and forward. To the side, 45. And hold it up. And 2, 1. One more set of this, ladies. Side, 45, front. Lateral, 45, and forward to the front. And hold it up. Now on this buzzer, I want you to grab your medium weights because we're going straight into bicep curls. This is an exercise that you know. And grab those medium weights straight into bicep curls. You are getting in as many repetitions as you can on this 20 seconds of work. And then on the buzzer, we are holding at a 90-degree angle in an isometric hold. So as stationary as you possibly can be. And holding right here, ladies. Your upper arm is glued into the outer portion of your rib cage. And let's go. Bicep curls. Full bicep curls all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, without allowing the body to rock. I don't want to see any of that. And hold. And 2, 1. Get ready for bicep curls. Here we go. This is phase 3, baby. This is intense. I know that I'm really pushing you right now. And hold. All right, our last set of bicep curls here. Think about your biceps getting larger as you squeeze up. They're pushing out. And hold. On the buzzer, ladies, we are going to put down one weight and go into overhead tricep press. You can either maintain this medium dumbbell or move up to a heavy one if you want. I'm going to stick with the medium. So weight is overhead. Let's look at this from behind. And we are pressing up. Your elbows are narrow. You're thinking about bringing pinkies up to the ceiling. The weight should never hit your back, okay? Hold it all the way up overhead. You have a nice solid grip on your weight, so there's no chance of dropping it. Your thumbs are overlapping each other. Think about reducing your elbow flare. I don't want to see any of this. Biceps are in line with your ears. Reach it up overhead. How high can you get that weight? If I were to come over and mark your wall with a pencil, I want to see it getting nice and high. Squeeze your tries. Here we go. You're doing max repetitions in your home with good form. You're not comparing how many reps I'm doing with how many you're doing. You're just doing the best that you can. And hold up, reaching high, squeezing triceps. And let's go. They should be on fire. So when you think about underarm jiggle next time, think, no, I have trained for this. I'm gonna have really strong underarms. 2, 1, hold it up overhead, ladies. And on the buzzer, you're gonna put your weight down. This is your 25-second brief rest to grab a sip of water before we repeat that entire first set. And put your weight down. And get a sip. So it's called a tricep, and they're back to back to back. So tricep Tabata. Light weights in hand. We're going lateral, 45, and forward. Lateral, 45 degrees, forward, good. Lateral, 45, into the front. And that is our hold. Remember, we're holding right here. So we're pointing towards the between 10 and 11 if we're looking at a clock. So to the side, 45, and forward. Do a quick self-check. What I don't want is arms completely locked out. There is a slight bend in the elbows, and that slight bend is staying stationary. So it's like a twig that's just slightly bent. It's not hinging. And holding up. These holds are crucial, ladies. Don't even cut yourself a second of slack. Here we go. To the side. 45 degrees, going up to parallel with the floor and forward. Side. 45, forward. Check those elbows for that little bit of a bend. And hold. Shoulders are going to be burning and on fire. If there's a little bit of shaking, that's normal. That's from Frozen. We may have watched a little bit of too much Frozen in this household. It's not my favorite movie, okay? But Ava really likes it. The music is pleasant. What's the message and purpose? Not really sure, but we always find ourselves having like Frozen quotes around the house. Even Luke, which is funny. All right, ladies, a couple of seconds. We're going to grab our heavy weights in 3, 2, 1. I should say medium weights. We're going into our bicep curls. High reps, okay? It's nice lean arms with some tone that you have earned. Three, 2, 1. Give me your 90-degree hold. What I want you to avoid is putting your arms all the way in the front like this. Nope, keep them to the sides. Here we go. So our core is turning on in a natural, functional way right now without you sucking in or squeezing. And that's really another end state that I wanted from you at the end of this 12-week post-pregnancy plan, is that you aren't constantly thinking about, when do I need to engage my core throughout motherhood? Because we are training how to do it without even thinking. It'll just be subconscious, because you have to have your core turned on right now in order to not be wibbly wobbly. Your abs are engaged. Pelvic floor, however, should be relaxed unless you have a sneeze attack or you're coughing, and then it will turn on. Dig deep, maybe slowing down like I am right now, but still get in as many repetitions as you can. And hold. On the buzzer, we will put one weight down. You can either stick with these medium weights or go all the way up to a heavy. We're doing our overhead tricep press. I'm gonna put one weight down, weight overhead. So another reason that I love strength training. I used to not like it. Now I love it because I think about what it's doing for my joints. It is strengthening your joints so that you are at lower risk, hold it up ladies, for joint pain and arthritis, which is really common for women. Another prevalent issue that women have as we age, come on up, doing triceps, is osteoporosis. So out of about 10 million Americans, this is as of 2021, 10 million Americans who have osteoporosis, over 8 million of those are women. So over 80%, we're really at a high likelihood. And hold it up. And the good thing about resistance training is that we are strengthening our bones and increasing the bone density, which once you get to a certain age, you really can't do anymore. So you need to do it in your younger years, because as you get older, estrogen decreases, and that has a direct correspondence with bone mass decreasing. So you really need to earn it when you're younger, so that when we are in our 70s, 80s, maybe 90s, we aren't struggling with osteoporosis that could have been prevented earlier in life. Not saying we can prevent it entirely, but we can certainly do something about it. Elbows narrow. Getting as many reps as you can. 3, 2, 1, hold it up. And 2, 1, put that weight down. Grab your sip of water. This is your turn to either grab your one heavier weight or two lighter ones because we're doing dumbbell high pull. I'm going to go with my heavier, this is 15-pound dumbbell. And we're thinking about leading with elbows and pulling up to clavicle. 20 seconds of work, and then on the 10-second break, that's when we're holding up. And hold up high, ladies. This is something we do every single time we put our baby on our shoulder to burp them or to carry them around the house or to soothe their woes. We need these muscles in order to get our babies in and out of a back carrier as well when we put them on our backs. When we get them out of the bathtub, we literally use these all the time, so it is so important to drain. And hold up here. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold up high. All right, ladies, one more set of this upright row. I know it is hard. It's a lot. 2 minutes is tough. Next, we are going into single arm bent over row. So if you have that heavy weight, I want you to hold on to that because our lat muscles are the largest muscles in our body, and we need to collectively, so we need to make them really strong because they're not going to make you bigger or bulkier. They're just going to help burn calories when we're just sitting around. So we need strong backs. So we're pulling up to the side of your sports bra. This hand here, do a self-check and make sure that you're not putting all of your body weight on it. You should be able to remove it just fine. Your clavicle is parallel with the mat. And on the buzzer, we'll be holding weight up next to sports bra. Pull it high. Now a little bit higher, give me another centimeter. There you go. Think about drawing the tricep parallel with the ceiling. And one more time. We're switching after 1 minute here. Reach your shoulder blade to the spine and pull it up. Reach shoulder blade to the spine, get it closer, and hold. And switch sides, ladies. Let's look at this from the front. You're not craning your neck to look up. Your neck is nice and relaxed. The back leg is bent, front leg is bent. And hold. Elbow a little bit higher, right there. This is something I especially see from motivated women. They want to go all the way down and all the way up. Don't do that, okay? That's not correct form. We are actually reducing the effect of what we're training your lats to do. And instead, momentum's taking over and setting yourself up for potential injury. Hold it up high, a little bit of higher. And on the buzzer, I want you to grab a light weight. Tricep kickbacks. Notice that this arm is spending 0 time in the dead space. The dead space is over here. You're not doing that, okay? We're coming down to about hip and pressing back up. And hold. Get it away from you. Get the weight away from the floor. And hold. Switch arms, ladies. And tricep kickbacks. Let's look at it from the side. When thumb is in line with your hips, you're stopping and going all the way back up. I want you to create a little mound with your tricep muscle. Think about it, squeezing and creating shape. And hold. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch arms. So unlike the back muscles, which are very large, the tricep group, it's smaller, okay? So that's why we're switching every 30 seconds instead of staying on it for a whole minute like we did our bent over row. And hold. Higher. Other side. And 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, ladies. Get that weight closer to the ceiling. Pinky knuckles are going up. And rest it out. All right, little water break if you want it. For me, on such a hard upper body workout like this, that little sip of cold water, I think of it as my refuel. Like I'm getting my next bout of energy. I need you to grab your heavy dumbbell. We were doing our upright row here in the front. Really high pull. Let's do it. Leading with the elbows. All right, and hold it nice and high. So I did something big, ladies. I moved Laurel in with Ava. So the boys are now in the shared room and the girls are now in a shared room. And repeat, this is something that I didn't think I was going to do until she was at least a year old. But Laurel has been sleeping in our closet, not a beautiful nursery that's perfectly decorated. Nope, we have a giant closet and she's been sleeping in there. And I decided that I was gonna give her a go, maybe reclaim her closet space, and put her in with her sister. And the first night was a disaster. We were up until, I don't know, 11:30. Laurel was just not having it. And I thought, shame on you, Ashley, because I know of all people to teach your baby to sleep during the daytime. You don't teach them at nighttime for their first time in a transition. So the next day I worked on putting her down for her naps in the room, doing our simple routine, and zipping her up in her what we call a fart sack. It's a sleep sack inside the crib in Ava's room. And you know what? She is going to bed in there now and it's going so smoothly. And Ava is learning to tiptoe and how not to turn on the lights and to be mindful that her sister's in there. And I put up a muslin blanket on one side of the crib, and that's kind of where Ava uses her reading light so that it blocks out the light for Laurel. And it's working really well, y'all. And hold. Get it high, a little bit higher, good. And we're going into our single arm row, 1 minute on each side. 3, 2, 1. Set up for success, and pull. I don't know if you have an old crappy crank lawnmower like I do. Hold it up. Ours is so bad that Luke tied a little twig to the end because the handle came off. That's how much of a figure it outer he is, and do it yourself. Oh, same side. So anyways, I think of this bent over row as cranking that old lawnmower that we have. I think when our kids grow up, that they're just going to have probably robot lawnmowers, just like there's robot vacuums now, that it won't even be a thing to push a lawnmower at all anymore. A little bit higher, and switch sides. and hold. And row. The end is in sight, ladies. You're not slacking off now. Imagine me watching you in your home. I'm going to be critiquing your form. I want you doing the best you can and really giving it your honest effort right now. And high, higher. And get ready to grab your light weights for tricep kickbacks. Good. Go right into it. Remember, tricep means there's no rest in between. We're doing these 3 in a row, Tabata style with holding. So it can be really tempting when you hear the buzzer to think, oh, transition, I get a nice rest. Nope, not in this workout. Hold it up high and stamp. Good. And 3, 2, 1. And when I say stamp, it makes me think we have a stamp set that has been really useful. If you have toddlers, I highly recommend getting one because it has all different types of animals in it. And you can use this not only to teach them how to use stamps, but you can get a big piece of paper, draw 4 quadrants, teach your children how to sort farm animals versus jungle animals, extend. And then you can go ahead and color in little details with colored pencils and talk about what color each animal is, what sound they make, where they live. And then you can go in with watercolors or markers and draw the scenery around those animals. And you can see how you can go on and really make this project quite extensive as they get older and improve with their dexterity. And now with my older children, they can use those stamps and then write a sentence, or Gavin can write a little story including those animals and create a picture storybook with simple folded paper that he's stapled together and still using those stamps. So definitely a worthwhile children's toy investment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Our other most useful children's toy that we've used since infancy all the way up to age 8 right now is a wooden train set. And put that down. You are done. We're going to stretch you out. I want you to bring your ear to the shoulder, apply one hand weight, and wrap the other hand around your body. Because even as infants, your infant can be chewing on the wooden set, which is better than plastic. And then as they get older, you can put the trains on a floor and eventually a table and add other action figures or Barbies or dolls in and around it and come up with stories. So wooden train sets rarely break. We're going to switch sides. Really rest your neck down. On the exhale, let it get deeper. And it's something that I'm really glad that we've bought. We've actually got a couple of them so they can join together. And if you have a big family, I'd recommend getting more than one set. And we're just going to stretch out the back and the shoulders a little bit. So bring up arms as high as you can up to the ceiling. Notice that fingers are interlaced. Bring it up high as you can, and now we're going to fold over. Shoot glutes back behind you. And exhale down. Allowing arms to get really heavy. Fingers and pinkies are falling towards your mat. And bend at the knees. Release your hands and roll your spine up and down. You are done. Congratulations and thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye, Mommy.